Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the June 17th Grange Town Board meeting. Can we all please rise for the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if we could all please remain standing for a moment of silence for those that are no longer with us, and those that serve and protect us, both here and abroad. Thank you. Please be seated. Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. As we begin, Madam Deputy Clerk, can you please do a roll call?
Councilperson Robin? Here. Councilperson Giangrasso?
Here.
Supervisor Marinero?
Here.
Here, Susan. Councilperson Condon? Here. And Councilperson Ryan?
Here. Thank you so much. Before we begin on the agenda, we do have a last-minute thing that we added. I'd like to make a motion to add this resolution. It's for a restoration bond for parcel number 631-04-778118. I'll make a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you so much. And I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda as written. May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Moving on to our minutes from the June 3rd meeting, as well as the special town board meeting on June 8th. I'll make a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye, thank you so much. Moving forward, the town board will consider acceptance of the monthly revenue reports from town departments for the previous month as follows. Building and zoning, $39,063.25. Planning, $1,163.80. Justin Sullivan Biscaglia, $9,224. Justice O'Hare, $15,853. Recreation is $12,295.45. Town clerk is $1,120.25. I'll make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Aye, thank you so much. And moving on to supervisor comments. Okay, so we had an incredible community day this past Saturday, and I want to extend my sincere thanks to everyone who helped make it such a success. The day was filled with fun activities for residents of all ages, especially our children, and it was wonderful to see so many members of our community come together to enjoy everything our town has to offer. A special thank you goes out to our Parks and Recreation team for their outstanding work in planning and hosting an event of this size. Organizing a day like this is no small task, and their dedication ensured that everything ran smoothly from start to finish. I would also like to recognize John Wisman and the Highway Department for their support and assistance in providing trucks and equipment for residents to enjoy. Their efforts helped make the day both educational and memorable for many families. To our local business, community, and event sponsors, thank you for your generosity, partnership, and commitment to our town. Your sponsorships, donations, equipment displays, and participation helped make Community Day possible. Our local businesses are an essential part of what makes this town strong, and we are grateful for your continued support in community events and programs. My gratitude also goes to the Dutchess County Sheriff's Office and the LaGrange Fire District for their professionalism, community involvement, and continued service throughout the year. We are truly grateful for your partnership and dedication to public safety. There were many outstanding exhibits and informational displays throughout the event. My personal favorite was the live bee demonstration presented by Dieter Lucas from our Open Space Committee. Thank you, Dieter, and fellow committee members Dwayne Byer, Ellen Wagner, Nivo Rovetto, and John Sommer for attending and representing both the Open Space Committee and the Conservation Advisory Council. Your efforts help educate residents and promote stewardship of our natural resources, so thank you. I would also like to thank town board members who were able to attend and support the event. Your presence and engagement with residents is always appreciated. Lastly, I'd like to say community is everything. Events like Community Day remind us how fortunate we are to live in a town where neighbors come together to celebrate, connect, and support one another. It is these moments that showcase the very best of our town and make public service so rewarding. Thank you again to all who attended, volunteered, sponsored, exhibited, and helped make the day a success. I hope everyone enjoys the enjoyable summer and look forward to seeing you at future town events and programs. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to move on to our agenda items. I will make a motion to open the public comment on agenda items. May I have a second, please?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. If anybody in the audience would like to come up and speak on any of the agenda items, Sandy?
Thank you. I just want to explain the item that I have on the agenda for the Red Cross Instructor School. I didn't want anyone to be confused because I was here at the last meeting, also getting approval for Stacy Oliha. We had a great opportunity for one of our senior swim instructors. She cleared it with her place of employment to be able to take the second free space that we are given in that course. So they have worked it out between she and Stacy that they're going to share the suite that we actually had already reserved, so there's no cost for lodging, but we will be reimbursing for travel, mileage, and food. So that's what this is, and then we will have, providing they both pass, and I'm sure they will, 2 certified swim instructors on our staff, which is really unheard of. So that's what the request is this evening. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Sandy. Would anyone else like to speak on any of the agenda items before we begin? No? All right. There being, oh, yeah, she's checking, yeah. Oh, it's okay. So there being none, I'll make a motion to close the public comment on agenda items. May I have a second, please?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Thank you very much. Okay, moving on to our agendas. The first item up here is going to be a presentation from Anna from the Grange Library Association. Come on up, Anna.
Should I move this so it's facing?
What? Yeah, whatever you like. So that, yeah.
Very loud. I should probably come before the mic. So I always come with handouts. So this is some brochures about our summer reading.
Thank you.
So if you have kids, grandkids, whatever. Summer reading is for all ages. So we have it for our preschoolers. So for our parents that are reading to their children, that counts. We have it for school-age children up to our teens, and we have an adult summer reading prize, summer reading game, where basically the more you read, the more little incentives you get, like raffle tickets into some of our raffle baskets that we're well known for. So I just wanted to bring that up, but I wanted to start by just introducing myself because a lot of people don't know me. I started, Anthony was saying, we started a little bit around the same time. I started in December, I think my first day, we had a problem with the plumbing. But I have been working in libraries for about the past 20 years. I got started in Westchester at Lewisboro Library, and I was also a teen librarian in Connecticut. I went out to Springfield, Illinois, and I worked as the youth services manager in Lincoln Library. And then I went out to South Dakota, and I was a library director in Aberdeen, South Dakota for about 4 years before coming back to New York. So I'll tell you a little bit about LaGrange Library as well. LaGrange Association Library, we're not a town department. We do get, how I explain it is every year we kind of get a grant from you guys. But we are a 501c3 nonprofit. So a lot of our programming, our acquisitions, all that kind of stuff is also done through fundraising. And we've been having a really big capital improvement project fundraising campaign going on. So we do kind of, we are tied to you guys, but we're not tied to you guys. So we're not like Parks and Rec, where it's considered a department, right? The library, probably most of you guys think of a library as like, you know, a woman in a bun with glasses, you know, just giving you books and telling you to be quiet. We've really come far. In the past probably 20 years, we've moved more towards almost like a community center feel. So our programming is almost as important as our books. But that's not to say that we don't have books. And as the technology changed, so have we. So we have a lot of great streaming services. So you can still come in, get your printed books. But we also have Living Hoopla, which is amazing, which also has comic books, audiobooks, ebooks, movies, television shows. Like there's nothing that you can't find on Hoopla. We also have a lot of services and resources up until February. You could process your passports at the library, which was actually a really good source of revenue for us. We made probably $50,000 to $60,000 a year through our passport services. We do not have that $50,000 to $60,000 anymore due to restrictions by the federal government, the State Department in particular. There's some legislation that's going through the federal level right now to maybe change that. But we were seen as kind of a nonprofit, so therefore we could not benefit from those services anymore. So no more passports. But we do still have notary services that are free. So you don't have to pay for them. We also have transparent language, which is like a database where you can learn another language and stuff like that. We have our museum passes, including the Natural History Museum, which is amazing that we have those. So for our Grange residents, you come in, you give us your library card, you get a free pass to the Natural History Museum, among some amazing other museums. And then back to our programming, we have everything from story time for our babies and toddlers to after school programs. We have an amazing children's librarian, Mrs. T. If you were at Community Day, you saw like the wonderful things that she's able to do with Legos. And she has an art club that goes up every month, as well as a Lego club every month, as well as some of her one-off programs. We have teen programs. If anybody out there knows how to get teens to come to the library, let us know, but we're trying. And we also have some amazing adult programs. I left the library tonight and there was the wolf conservation was there giving a program, which was great. Sadly, no wolves, but so we just have these amazing things going on, and we just want more people to use the library and to utilize our services. And we want to become more involved with the community. So if you have an idea for a program, let us know, come to us. We've had, I'm just keep looking at Sandy, we have a great relationship with the Parks and Rec Department. We have chair yoga at the library, but we were able to kind of extend it to the senior center. And we've been working with the senior center and with Parks and Rec to bring that. And we hope to bring more programming to the seniors as well as everybody else in the Grange. I'm going to finish up by kind of switching gears to talk a little bit about finances. So I did touch upon this, and today I made the worst pie chart ever. But I'm going to hand this off to you. This is our 2026 budget. And I'll do this later so people in the audience can see. But our acquisitions, which is our books, as well as our ebooks and our audiobooks, really only makes about 10.2% of our budget. Our fundraising expenses are 0.1%. Miscellaneous, which is our programming and whatnot, is about, and also things like our office supplies and stuff like that. That's about 9.3%. Of course, the largest, and I'm sure the town has this too, personnel, is the largest percentage with 53.9%. But what I wanted you guys all to see is that number 26.4%, which is our operation and maintenance. What some people don't know is that we rent our building right now. And we are, somebody asked me the other day, do you pay for that rent? Oh, we pay for that rent, baby. We pay close to $200,000 a year in our rent. That doesn't include our utilities and that doesn't include our electricity. So I'm going to switch gears again over to our amazing board president, Suzanne, who's going to talk about some of the ways that we're trying to improve this space that we're in right now. We've had 2 phases so far of our renovation project, and we're moving forward quite soon with phase 3. So Suzanne is going to talk to us about that as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Any questions for Anna before she?
Yeah.
The Legos was amazing. My kids loved it, by the way. That was great.
So many kids love
The
it.
last, I think it was the spring expo, your son, we had to drag him physically, I think, away from the table. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he absolutely adored it.
Yeah, there was one little boy, I think he spent an hour making a crowd.
Yep.
And the minute he left, someone else took the crowd apart. Thank you all for letting us speak today. I really appreciate your time. I did want to, as Anna mentioned, just give you a little bit more information about phase 3. So this is our phase 2 renovation plan. I'm going to turn it up so you can see it.
He's just gonna move the mic so they can hear you a little bit. Sorry. Just
I
wants to
can
be.
speak louder. I used to be a drum major. No problem there. So for those of you who aren't familiar, last summer we completed phase 2 of our renovation, which was this space over here, which is our children's room. So we added a program room so that for all of the kids with their, the messier projects that we have is now contained in a washable space. We also added a much bigger children's play area space. We added an office for the children's librarian. So that was phase 2, and it was very well received. The kids love it, parents love it. But now what we're trying to do is focus on teens, the community space, and our nonfiction space. So this plan's a little old, you'll have to forgive me. Right here, right now, is the community room. And we have this space, looks back here, is what we're calling the stacks. You may have heard of the stacks before. The public can't access this right now, so this is all of our nonfiction. So let's say you wanted to go and get a nonfiction book, you'd have to go to someone at the desk and request it. You can't browse that right now. So what we're hoping to do in phase 3 is to open this space up. We're going to take the community room, which is here, and expand it this way, and have office space and a reading space. And here is going to be a teen space. So we're going to have a bit of a teen hangout space with some chairs and tables. And then my passion project, as I like to say, along this wall, we're going to have low shelves, and we're going to have an art wall. So what my hope is that we'll be able to have community artists be able to display their art on this wall, free of charge. Because a lot of times, it's a little hard for local artists to break through. So this will be a good place for them to share their art with the world. So that is phase 3. We are close in terms of fundraising to get us to this point. We're working with the architects now just to finalize plans. We are hoping to get word on our grant, our construction grant from New York State later this year. And depending on the timing of that, we will either break ground towards the end of this year or early next year to make these plans come to fruition. And with that, we will have completed a multi-year renovation project, and the library will be done. So we are looking forward to that. But just wanted to give you an update on sort of where we are and where we're going. The expanded community room is going to let us hold larger programs. I know I personally attended a sound bath, and we were all like, we're relaxed, but we're relaxed 6 inches from the person next to us. So this will let us have more space to do bigger and better programs. Who knows? Maybe next time we'll have wolves.
Yeah.
But
How
sort
many,
of that's
how
how we're
much
going.
square feet is it, the finished space right now, roughly?
Ooh. I would have to get back to you on that. I would say if you want to come to the library, we'd be more than happy to give you a tour. Anna and I actually just finished a video tour of the closed off space, which we're hoping to finish up this week and get posted to our website. We can show you the link to that, and it's a tour of us walking through the space and talking through what it's going to be. So we're pretty excited about it. We just need a little more money to get us there.
Yeah, need that grant to come, right?
Yes, we need that to get the full amount, if not more. Would be great. Any
Well, thank
other
you so much,
questions?
yeah. Any questions, anyone?
No, I
Great,
thank you for
amazing
all your
presentation.
work.
Yeah, and
Really.
next time, if I'd known we could have had slides,
Yeah.
I would have made
Well,
slides.
please feel free to come back whenever you'd like.
Yeah.
Give us more updates, but yeah, for the community at home and everyone here, I mean, everyone should attend and
Yeah.
walk around and learn more about this, and anything we can continue to do to help and support, get the word out for you guys, we're here, don't hesitate.
Yeah,
So.
and again, you're all welcome. Anyone at the library would be happy to give you a tour. Just say, hey, I want a sneak peek. I want to go behind the book nook.
Yeah.
they could
Great.
take.
And I think if anybody has any ideas or anything like that, or just wants to reach out and, we have a website, that has our like library email address on it, which I'm the one that texted, so it's basically like you're emailing me. And then we'll just, we can connect from there, so.
Excellent. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. All right, we're going to move on to our second presentation this evening from our town historian, Georgia.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening. Thank
Thanks for
you.
inviting me back. I don't know if I need a microphone. I was a teacher for 33 years. So last time I came, I talked about Freedom Day, and we have invitations for everybody here, town board.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then we have hot off the presses today. We have our rack cards. Distribute those July 5th at Freedom Park. But today I'm going to talk about the second, we have 3 programs this year to celebrate Rev 250. And the first was, they're all funded by the county, Dutchess County Legislature, and also donations that we have from our members and friends. The second grant that we applied for and received was this Quaker Meeting House grant. Okay, so LaGrange actually had 2 Quaker Meeting Houses, and they're both sadly gone, but we wanted to commemorate them and the people in the community that they represented. So this is a map of the first Quaker Meeting House, the oldest one, called West Grange, and it was on Mountain Road. So here you see where the yellow highlight is. That says Meeting House. This is a map from 1850. And that road that it's on is Mountain Road today. So Mountain Road, believe it or not, is one of the oldest roads in the town. And so if you go on Mountain Road today, you wouldn't be able to see even foundation or anything. It's, like I said, long gone. All right, now last year I joined a group from Dutchess County called the Quaker Meeting House Tour Group. And this was 4 historical societies that actually do have a standing Quaker Meeting House. So it was the Oblong and Pauling, that's the oldest one from 1764. And then from Elbow and Hyde Park, 9 Partners in Millbrook, and Creek Meeting House in Clinton. So the idea was that people could go, it's the first Sunday of every month from June to November. They could start in, say, from Elbow and take a tour, driving tour, self-guided, all throughout the 4 meeting houses. So that was what we did last year. It was very successful. And we actually got a Destination Dutchess Award for collaboration. So that was nice, a nice recognition of that. I accepted the award on behalf of Oblong. I didn't get an award last year. That's all. So here's an ad that Pauling came up with.
Looking for a unique Sunday afternoon adventure? Join us on Sunday, June 14th from 1 to 4 p.m. for the Dutchess County Quaker Meeting House Tour. This year, we're starting with 2 historic sites, the 1764 Oblong Meeting House in Pauling and the Little Red Schoolhouse in LaGrange. Admission is free, and this is just the beginning. Additional sites will be added throughout the summer as the tour continues on the 2nd Sunday of every month. Kids can meet Sergeant Chirp Dispatch, and visitors can experience virtual reality tours of historic Quaker meeting houses in LaGrange that no longer exist. Learn more at meetinghousetour.com.
All right, so that was the ad that we put on Facebook and distributed throughout the county. And we actually had a very successful open house at the schoolhouse. Sunday, we had over 50 people attend, and they saw the banners. I brought 2 of the banners in. They're outside in the lobby. The other 2 banners I'll bring in tomorrow, and I hope I can put them up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the grant paid for the advertisements and the banners and everything else. So just to real quickly tell you about the 2 meeting houses, the West Branch is of course the oldest one, was the oldest one in LaGrange. basically, if you look at the names of the Quaker families, it's almost like the names of our roads. So you have the Drake family, Drake Road, Downing, Gidley, Skidmore, and Titus, which is of course Titus. So really the founders of at least the eastern part of our town were part of this Quaker meeting house. And even though the meeting house is gone, and it was interesting when we expanded from the 4 meeting houses to this year, well, you know, the Grange's meeting houses are gone. Let's have an exhibit at the schoolhouse. And some people said, well, your buildings are gone. Why would you do that? But we want to celebrate the community, the people, because I really think that the Quaker community had a big influence on Grange. And even though the building might not be there, I think the people made a big influence on the town. So this is the research I've been doing. So this is the title page of the meeting house minutes. It started in 1800. And you can say, it says Oswego Branch Preparative Meeting, Book of Minutes, 4th month, 1800, which is April, at the close of meeting for worship at West Branch, and that's where they started meeting at West Branch. If you know where Oswego Road is, in Unionville, that was kind of like the main meeting house, and so this West Branch was kind of like a satellite of that, when the community around here really grew. So it's been tough reading this, the script and transcribing it, and then some of the spelling isn't right, or, you know, whatever the spelling was back then, and then some of the other references they have. So it's been a project, but I've gotten through a few years of the meeting minutes. I'm really getting the history of the whole community from that. Now, the second meeting house was in Arthur'sburg, okay? And it was actually called Beekman Meeting House, but the names changed. At the time, Grange didn't exist. It was part of Beekman and then also part of Fishkill. So this was actually in the town of Beekman. When LaGrange separated from the town of Beekman, then they called it Arthur'sburg. So we call it Arthur'sburg because people think Beekman is in the town of Beekman. It's not. So this was settled just a few years after West Branch. And what happened is we actually have photographs of the meeting house before it kind of fell down from the 1980s. So from that, we were able to do a 3D recreation of what the meeting house would have looked like. So thank goodness that the historian went into that meeting house and took pictures, or else we wouldn't have had it. And so here's the recreation. So sadly, we don't have anything for West Branch, but at least we have, we can recreate what Arthur'sburg meeting house looked like. So if you are interested in learning more about the meeting houses and actually coming to see the Little Red Schoolhouse, we will have 4 more open houses. You'll see the big sign on Route 55. Can't miss it. Some of the other meeting houses will be open on those days as well, so you could do a driving tour throughout the whole county if you wanted to. And we hope to see you there. So next time I come, I'll talk about the 3rd county grant that we received, which was for Sergeant Chirk. You saw a little bit of that in the one ad. We're going to have Sergeant Chirk talk to the kids about what it was like to go to the schoolhouse in the 1860s. So,
Amazing. Thank you so much for this. And then on July 5th, right, at Freedom Park from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., rain or shine, bring a picnic, free ice cream, meet George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, sign the Declaration of Independence, right? Yeah, amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that was really nice. All right, so we're going to move on our agenda items here. Our next item is a consideration of a request to hold the Grange Soccer Club tournament at Stringham Park. A town board discussion. Any questions on this? No? Okay. I'll make a motion to approve this. May I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. The next item, our Director Sandy explained this. This is a consideration of staff attendance at a Red Cross instructor school with the cost not to exceed $1,121.11. Any comments, questions on this? There being none, I make a motion to approve. May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, resolution passed. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, the next item here is a consideration of a RFP for a community preservation plan. Our chairman of the Open Space Committee, Mr. Dwayne Byers here. Dwayne, you want to say a few words before the town moves on this?
Sure. So when I was here a couple months ago, I asked the town board if we could go ahead and get a grant for a community preservation plan. That passed. Shortly thereafter, we were awarded that grant, $20,000. Anthony went to the meeting at the FDR home and we received our grant. Now we have met a lot with the CAC and the town board and we're ready to hire a consultant. So this is a request for bids from consultants so that we can move forward with our community preservation plan. And one thing I want to tie this into Parks and Recs is, we have beautiful parks in the Grange. We have amazing parks and we have amazing open spaces. And when I was at Community Day, I was walking around talking to a lot of people and I was surprised at not only how many LaGrange residents we had there, but how many people you pulled in from all over the area. So
Yeah.
we really drew a lot of people in from all over the place.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So that's what we're requesting tonight is to move forward with that request.
Yep.
And if that's approved, our next agenda item will be putting together the plan. And at that time, we're going to want to invite a lot of the community in to have the community give their input. So we'll be inviting people to our meetings. And we also have a brand new email address now. It's openspacecommittee@lagrangeny.gov. So anybody that wants to communicate with the Open Space Committee can do it through that email, and we'll also use that to send public knowledge and education things out.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Dwayne. Appreciate it. Any questions from the town board on this? If this gets approved now, then we'll post it up on our website, and then there'll be a couple of weeks' time for proposals to come in, and then we'll award that bid at our next meeting in July. So, all right, I will make a motion to approve the consideration of RFP for a community preservation plan. May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, resolution passed. Thank you so much. The next item here, a continuation of some revisions to some of our fee schedules. This particular one here is our Public Works fee schedule. We made some adjustments to it. Hasn't been done in a few years. Any questions from any of the board members on this?
Oh, that's great.
It's great? Good. Yep, we went over it, and we also had staff from our water department that helped out as well. So this is very good. I'll make a motion to approve this. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you so much. And then the last item was the item that we added onto the agenda. So this is a resolution. You want to go over that, Shane, actually? Sure.
This is back in February, the town board established a bond amount. This is on the Rolling Meadows subdivision of $290,000 to secure the developer's obligations. It was really tree work, was my understanding, and it was a restoration bond. So we set that amount back in February. That work is complete. The town engineer has confirmed it, so this resolution authorizes the town comptroller to return the deposit and to essentially cancel the bond of $290,000. So it's releasing the bond, the restoration bond. It's no longer necessary.
Okay, thank you, Shane, appreciate that. I'll make a motion to approve this resolution. May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution passed. Thank you very much. Okay, any town board comments or discussions? No, so we'll move on to our liaison reports. Let's see, Recreation, Councilman John Grasso.
Sure. Our parks are up and running. Go visit them. They're beautiful. This past weekend, as our supervisor mentioned, Community Day was amazing. Sandy, thank you to you and your staff for doing an outstanding job. It was excellent. If you didn't make it, go next year. You missed out. So up next is our Freedom 250 on July 25th. It's going to be another outstanding day. Please come register online so we know who's coming. It's free to all the Grange residents, and it's from 12 to 4, correct? And of course, we are accepting donations, sponsorships. Please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Franco. Let's see, Open Space, Councilman Ryan.
Yeah, we're moving along. I missed the meeting last night. I guess all you talked about what Mung was doing with his. He watched the Ned Ames lecture, cultivating resiliency food system and changing changing climate. And then the CAC had a table there at our community day. They had a lot of people up going on. Everyone had a great time. Open Space was working right together, hand in hand with them. We have another, I did talk to DEC today about getting the permission to go out and do something with that bridge. So we're gonna have a meeting out there when they get available, and I'll get a hold of everyone else on the committee and let them all be there so everyone can put their input in. And like I said, everyone is doing good. We got for the open space there, we have a meeting Friday. We're gonna try to go over some things. We're gonna get everyone together and try to find out what properties we want to look at, and we'll get everyone else to attend if they could and help us get along once we get the grants and everything moving correctly. And that's about it.
Thank you very much, Richie. Appreciate that update. Councilmember Hoffman, anything for building and zoning? No? All right, thank you. And Councilmember Condon for the veteran advisory?
Yes, we had a meeting on Monday, and the committee, about 4 or 5 of them came, and we had great discussions. We already have a draft proclamation for making our town a Purple Heart town. We're hoping to get that, like a ceremony together on August 7th to sign the proclamation. They want to get a veterans table at the July 25th.
Yeah, that would be great.
And then we got a list of the town veterans from our assessor.
Okay.
They didn't have a list. So we got that done. And then they were talking about the banners, and they may have to get permits. Well, they do have to get permits for
the polls, for the telephone.
polls,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, you do have
So
to.
we have to figure that out. And then they want to put signs up for us being a Purple Heart town. So signs wherever we're coming into town of Grange, have a sign that says we're a Purple Heart town. So, and then, yeah, that's about it.
And then for the tax assessor department, that's more for like how many veterans are
Right.
signed up that are getting, okay. And you said it was, how many was that?
480.
480, okay. That's great. Excellent. See, it sounds like you had a great meeting.
Yes.
Thank you for that update. Very much. Town attorney? No? Okay. All right, next here is gonna be public comment. Keep your comments up to 3 minutes, advise to the board. I'll make a motion to open public comment. May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Would anyone like to come speak from the public? Sandy?
I just wanted to take a moment just to thank the LaGrange Library, their presentation, also the Historical Society presentation, very interesting and informative. We're lucky to have this partnership that we do have with the library. And when she spoke about the library being a community center, it's one of the things that I have watched change, the changing landscape of public library system in my 20 years of being in the recreation and event space. And when I came to the community in LaGrange, I, over the course of the first couple of years, assessed what we were able to do as a department and what was going to be successful. And part of that was learning who was already doing successful programming. I used to actually get the library calendar before I decided what I was going to do. And it's a shift we've made, those of us in the parks and recreation industry, as the libraries have become that hub, which is wonderful. And in this community, since we don't yet have a community center, that the town owns, running programming is challenging without an indoor space. So, and you don't want to compete with those who are already doing really well. So I just learned quickly that the LaGrange Library and the Arlington Continuing Education Program had some really established and creative things that you would traditionally see in a recreation community center. So we worked to find our niche, which became trying to hold incredible community events and work on our nature programming, and those are some of the top things. Of course, we do other recreation-related things, but in setting goals for the department, I took a journey based on, in part, what our library was already doing so well. So just also wanted to express great appreciation for what they're doing with us and how quickly a brand new director came on board and met with us within our first month, I think, here, and offered to do the chair yoga. We packed that room down at the church.
Popular.
Let me tell you, chair yoga is the place to be on
Yeah.
Thursday mornings.
I've seen that several times.
Presbyterian Church. So I just wanted to express our support, our continuing appreciation for the partnership we do have. They do a wonderful children's reading program at the park in the summer. We work our camp activities around letting them have that space. So it's just been a really nice partnership, and that's truly what community is about. And so I just wanted to say thank you to them for that, and also for all the kind words for Community Day. Thank you so much. And yes, we're packed. We do not anymore. People come not just from LaGrange. They've heard about our events, which makes us proud, but also it's concerning. We do not any longer advertise that event or the Fall Festival in the newspaper. We don't put out any kind of press release on that because we can't handle many more bodies than what we already have. So,
Sure.
But thank you.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Evo?
Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to, first of all, extend my kudos, also echo what the supervisor and everybody else said about Community Day and about the Beehive. That was great. I said, we've got to get this every year because it really attracted a lot of attention. The other thing is, I wanted to also add my praise to the library. I use that all the time, support of the library, and it's a great resource for our community. And I think the plans are really good to bring more people into the library, especially the younger people. And my third comment is, I'm just wondering if, it's a question, if we're making any progress as far as the BESS moratorium, the battery energy system, storage system, if, are we starting to plan for laws to govern it for our town? And if you are, I'm happy to be a volunteer to help on that project.
Okay, we appreciate that. We've had start having some discussions amongst some other laws as well. So I think once we get to the point where we start to feel a little comfortable with where we're at, then we can absolutely start having those conversations.
Okay, terrific. Thank you.
Thank you, Nevo. Anyone else?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Yeah, and then on the Open Space Committee, we got, Adrian is gonna step down, or on the CAC, and Lindsay is gonna take over his spot.
Okay. Very good. All right. Anything else? All right. I will make a motion to close the public comment. Do I have a second?
Second. Thanks.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Have a second? All those in favor? Aye. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Have a great evening.